Hey, Matt here for M3, Mind Move Manifests. And let's talk a little bit today about fear and what it really is. Let's get an understanding what fear is so that we can overcome all the things that come with fear. Doubt, worry, anxiety, all of that stuff that just causes all that unrest through the day. And the way that we do that is by understanding first what fear is. So, what is it at its basic level? Well, fear is a projection into the future. You can't be fearful right now in this moment. Acute fear, like right here, right now, is only applicable in life threatening situations. Um, it's always still a small projection into the future, but as if like a grizzly bear were to jump out of the bushes, or your life were to be threatened right then and there. That's an acute fear, but still in those small moments, it's still a projection of what could happen, and it's something that you don't want. Now, long-term fear that leads to anxiety and depression and disease and disintegration, that's a projection into the future in the long term. And when a person lives that way and lives that way for a long period of time, that becomes programmed into that person that that fear is a natural state. So if that person starts to feel happy, something outside of that, then they're gradually going to seek back to a fearful place because that's what they actually know. So here's the thing. All it is, though, is an imagination, the use of your higher faculty of something that you don't want that's going to occur in the future, something that you don't know how to do that's going to occur into the future. When you feel that feeling of something that you don't want and it just makes you, it, what are the words for it? Feel horrible. All you're doing is using your higher power, your imagination, to build an image of what you don't want. So how do we beat it? How do we overcome that? Now you understand what it is. There's a gap of some place that you don't know how to get there. It doesn't matter if you've chosen this goal and you're going after it and you're having to take a step of, something you don't know how to do, or if life has thrown something at you and said, "Hey, you know what? This is a challenge. This is a life challenge that's being put in front of you. You didn't ask for it, but here it is." You still don't know how to fill that gap. That's all that the fear is. It's a gap. How do we overcome it? We overcome it with the polar opposite of fear. What is that? Faith. Faith is the same thing as fear in the other direction. It's the use of your imagination to build something that you want and put it in place in that empty spot of you don't know exactly how things are going to go. That's all. And how do you do that? Let's walk down this path right now. Anything that you might be facing, or if you've put that thing in front of you, your goal, and you're not sure how to do it, you can build what it is that you want. You can write the reasons down. This thing is good. Write the reasons down because there's good and bad in everything. Write how you're going to grow from this situation. You can project further into the future and say, I'm having a conversation about the success that I got from this. So you begin to use your imagination toward what you want. And what that does is that puts you at ease. You can take all the things that you don't want and just put them aside. It's never accomplished anything by looking at the things that you don't want and saying, what does it feel like to have those? It sounds ridiculous to even say that. So now what you're doing is you're using your higher faculty of imagination to build what it is that you want. You're flipping fear for its polar opposite, faith. And you must consciously do that because most of us were programmed to think about what can go wrong. We're programmed to think about the worst things that are coming. It's been genetically programmed into us, and it's been conditionally programmed into us by those around us. But by understanding this is the big takeaway. Everything is always understanding and awareness. By understanding what fear truly is, you have the ability right here and right now to change it. And you never have to deal with that again. You never have to deal with doubt, worry, anxiety again. Let's ask this question. Where has worry and doubt and anxiety ever served you? What good has it done? And what good does it do to worry about it or something? Worry is just prayer, as we put it, for something that you don't want. Stop doing it. Start living a worry-free life right here and right now with this understanding. You're faced with a situation, just change it. What's good about this? What do you want to happen here? Why is this good? What's a good thing that's going to come forth? What's a conversation I can have at the end saying, I'm so glad that I did that, or I'm so glad that I got through that? Take the things that are fearful and get rid of them. Become aware of when you're thinking about those things and immediately switch them for what you've consciously created, for what good is coming from that. This is the way to overcome fear, through understanding and replacing it with its polar opposite. Matt here, Mind Move Manifest M3. If you like what you hear here and this changes your life for the better, you want to hear more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn the notifications on so that you never miss an opportunity to grow yourself in your life and increase your happiness.